And this is a quick walkthrough of my Be Amazon Customer Node app. This is the Node and MySQL homework. Walking through the JavaScript I have here first is the Be Amazon Customer.js. This is the JavaScript that Node runs in the command line. And the other part to this is the MySQL database. Walking through the database itself, we're creating a database called Be Amazon. We're going to use that database. Where inside the database, we're going to create a table called products. Within products, we'll have a couple columns. One will be the item ID, product name, the product department name, the price, stock quantity, and we're setting the item ID as the primary key for this table. Within this table, we're going to insert a couple rows. So inside the products table, we're going to insert these values. For this demonstration, I went with the kitchenware appliances category. And so here we have the product name, department name, price, and quantity. And this will become important later once we start running the Node app. And here's a more visual demonstration of the table itself within MySQL. Jumping back into the code, these are the NPM packages that we use for this app. This is the connection we make using the MySQL NPM package, connecting to the database that we just created. This is the connection that we're making, and once we make the connection to the database, we'll run the start function. The start function here makes a query for selecting from the products table. Once we make the connection, we're going to generate a command line interface table. This was from the npm package that we required in this JavaScript. The table itself will be generated in command line, pushing the data from the database into the command line. And then once we have that, we're going to use inquire to ask the user some questions in order to interact with the table that we just created. So there's two questions that we ask the user. One question is to have them select an ID number from the table that we created and loop through that. And then once they make a selection of what product they want to select, we're going to ask how many units they want to buy of that product. Yeah, and that's about it. This is a little more detail into how the code works. And if they happen to purchase more than what is in the inventory, they'll get the message that there's not enough to purchase. Okay, so here's the demonstration of the code itself. We're going to type in node customer.js. And once we enter that, you'll see here the table that the CLI module that we installed. This is what it generates. A nice command line table that makes it more readable. So for this demonstration, it says what ID number of the item would you like to buy. So for this demonstration, let's go with item 1 for knife, and there's 60 quantity. So we're going to say 1. Oops. Sorry, let me do that again. Go with 1. How many units would you like to buy? We'll say 10 for now. 10 items purchased. We look here, we'll see quantity has dropped to 50. Before it was 60. And if we go back into MySQL, give it a refresh, you'll see here that it also dropped to 50. And that's about it. Let's give another one a try. We'll do napkins. So item ID 6. enter 6. How many units? There's 40. Let's buy 30, which will leave it with 10. Take a look here. Now it's dropped down to 10. Give this a refresh and see the inventory has been updated in the database. And that is it for the Be Amazon customer app.